Hello, my friends. Welcome to Trojan Horse Stories. As we present 2020, One Hell of a Place Collections, which is inspired by true events that connects the past to the future. Almost 100 years later, the year 2020 began an era of unrest that will connect us back to the untold history of the Tulsa Massacre. 1 year later, 2021, has much changed? Exactly 100 years ago, Memorial Day weekend marks that brutal slaughter of people in the Greenwood Village. Travel back in time with Miss Flanagan to discover the truth about that mysterious day in 1921. Can you imagine your home being burned down by total strangers for no reason at all? Left with nothing but ashes. This horrific act of terror will go down in history as the Tulsa Massacre. Remember, you have blood on your hands. In the 1920s, Harlem on New York's Upper West Side was the Negro capital of the world. The migration of thousands of Southern blacks to northern cities in the first decade of the century had made Harlem the largest black community in the nation. The nightlife in Harlem was vibrant, filled with lights, theaters, and clubs. Although Harlem's top club was reserved for whites only, famous black entertainers contributed to the club's success. Some of the most celebrated names in American music history were entertainers, jazz musicians, tap dancers, poets, and intellectuals, which all helped form the Harlem Renaissance. While some Negro communities enjoyed the Harlem Renaissance, others migrated to the West for the oil rush and the newfound wealth in Tulsa, Oklahoma, better known as Black Wall Street. The Tulsa Massacre was completely overlooked. They even left it out of the history book. As a child growing up, this story was untold. Now that I'm doing my research, come along with me. Let's see how it unfolds. Way back in time, almost 100 years ago, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, there was a very small town. The people lived through racism and inequality because some people's skin was white, black, and others were brown. Known as the most affluent and thriving community in the nation, on August 4th, 1916, Tulsa passed an ordinance that mandated residential segregation. In this small town of Greenwood, there lived the nicest people you could meet. They owned their own businesses, hospitals, planes, and theaters. They were so prosperous, they called it Black Wall Street. But what seemed like an ordinary day on May 31st, Roland, age 19, got on the elevator downtown with Paige, age 17, the operator clerk. The elevator jerked, or he fell and grabbed her arm, and things only got worse. Whatever the reason, Paige screamed and the police was called. In no time flat, Roland was arrested, and to the courthouse he was hauled. The rumors spread quickly of allegations of rape. This was one situation he was not going to escape. Nab a Negro, the Tulsa newspaper wrote. By nightfall, Roland would be lynched and hung by a rope. Hundreds of white men gathered at the courthouse for revenge, demanding Roland to be handed over to them, shouting,
"Give us Roland! Give us Roland!"
For Paige, we will avenge. Hearing about the lynching, the armed black men came to save Roland at the courthouse downtown. Little did they know that this would be the beginning of a meltdown. An angry white man tried to disarm the black brother. A shot went off accidentally. The next thing you know, they were shooting one another. Retreating back to their homes, the white mob gave chase, resulting to violence No time did they waste. The angry mob rushed into the Greenwood district, filled with jealousy, hatred, and rage, destroying lives and property like a wild animal that escaped from a cage. The sky turned black as the smoke filled the air, while more than 1,400 homes and businesses burned to the ground. It was as if the great dragon had come and blew his fiery breath on the villagers and the town. As gunshots rang out and the villagers fought for their life, this massacre left about 300 people dead that night. You could hear the children screaming as they clung together in fright. There were few survivors left to witness this horrible sight. They shot incendiary bombs from the planes. The victims received no insurance payments and no one took the blame. After that narrow escape, the National Guard led them into the convention hall, leaving nearly 10,000 people homeless and convicting no one to take the fall. Considered the worst racial violence in U.S. history, what really happened on the elevator and how many people died is still a mystery. Racism, bigotry, hatred, inequality, we must let go. We must fill our heart with love because it's good for the soul. There are many more massacres on people because of race. This is one form of hatred that has to be erased.
Separate us, God brings us together. God won't put more on us than God think we can handle. But on every news channel, in every breaking story, why is Satan getting all the glory? No one can come against me if God is for me. I hope that you listen up, cause it's my heart I'm pouring. They shooting us down and they locking us up. Split for a second, now we lost in the cut. It's time that we unite. It's for justice we fight. Even through day and night, it's time to bring the light, so live right.
And I just have to get away, away. Oh, I can't let this happen to me no more, me no more. So I gotta change you, gotta change me, gotta change, we gotta make a change. I gotta change you, gotta change we, gotta change, we gotta make a change. Yeah. Way too many tears, too many folks crying, not enough love, too many folks dying. Why must we live this way? Why, man, I cannot say. I know one thing, that we can't let it keep happening. Yeah, I know one thing, that we can't let it keep happening. And I just have to get away, away.
We will continue to fight for freedom and justice. We must let the freedom bell ring. Just look in your heart and realize we gotta make a change.
It's like we can't walk the streets alone without being racial profiled or being beat up on. I'm just trying to live life, so man, just leave me alone. I keep praying for my God to just lead me on. And now brothers killing brothers just for a little change. I'ma make a change and guarantee that things won't be the same. And bring peace and no more bodies getting carried away. And I'ma pray and no more young lives getting buried today. As if we don't exist, and now this black on black crime. And man, you notice this, writing through my tears. Man, we're worth more than this, but now they trying to bring us under. Broken generation, I'm just praying we recover.
And I just have to get away, away. Oh, I can't let this happen to me no more, me no more. So I gotta change you, gotta change, we gotta change, we gotta make a change. I gotta change you, gotta change, we gotta change, we gotta make a change.